Talking to yourself is not a sign of madness. It is a conversation with your inner world, a way to organize thought, calm anxiety, and strengthen confidence. When the night stretches long and the world sleeps, it is often a sign that your mind is alive, aware, and quietly observing life while others dream. Boys fall in love fast, but girls love deeply. The pace of emotion is not weakness, it is nature's timing. Sleep fewer than 8 hours consistently, and irritability, subtle sadness, and impatience become companions you barely notice. Curling up at night with knees against your chest is not just comfort, it is a subtle echo of early fear, a protective posture learned in silence. Anger over small things rarely comes from the moment itself. It is an unspoken plea for love and attention that went missing long ago. Calling someone by name is more powerful than words. It creates a connection, a spark of recognition that softens hearts. Taste and smell are intertwined. Cover your nose, and apples, onions, and tomatoes feel the same proof that perception shapes reality. Choosing solitude is not weakness. It is a quiet first step toward understanding your mind and giving it space to breathe. Given a pen, most people write their own name first. It is the anchor of identity, the first thread we cling to in the unknown. Highly intelligent minds often prefer silence, not from disdain for company, but because thought requires room to breathe. Someone suddenly stops talking to you and yet you linger in their mind. Connections persist even when words are absent. A message sent just before sleep can echo far longer than any daytime conversation, imprinting subtle influence on memory. Fidgeting, small, repetitive habits, or picking at nails are not meaningless. They are signals of inner tension and unspoken mental patterns. Children staring at the sky often carry depth beyond age. Contemplating horizons adults forget to notice. You are often more attractive than you perceive. Mirrors show surface, not the subtle magnetism that others sense. Giving is never wasted. The hand that gives also receives, often invisibly, in ways beyond immediate recognition. Restless movements of hands and feet are the body's way of seeking release for a mind that cannot stay still. People notice shoes before faces. They measure journey, effort, and care before the superficial facade. Ungratefulness wounds, but it also teaches patience. What is ignored is rarely lost, just delayed in recognition. Those who rush into friendships often reveal vulnerability that others may betray, not from cruelty but misalignment of expectations. Speaking of past love is rarely casual. It is the mind's echo of emotion not fully processed, lingering quietly. Four walls can confine, yet paradoxically, they liberate thought, giving the mind a space to wander without interruption. Walking in straight lines is not always physical. Discomfort may mirror cognitive patterns that resist linearity. Timing governs life in subtle ways. Sometimes prey moves toward the hunter because rhythms unseen guide choices. Avoiding interruptions is more than preference. It is a marker of focus, an internal rhythm demanding respect. Dream appearances signal mental presence. When someone enters your dream, your brain is aware of them in quiet contemplation. Adversity is never empty. Hope persists, quietly, as a companion for those willing to notice it. Late-night thinking often sparks creativity and decisiveness, as the mind thrives when others rest. Kindness often masks pain. Those who give freely may be carrying silent burdens invisible to the casual observer. Clinging to objects is rarely trivial. It echoes childhood longing, a subconscious plea for attention or security. Immediate responsiveness to a name shows a mind attuned to social rhythms, alert and emotionally present. Looking back while walking is more than habit. It reflects inner uncertainty, a subtle cry for confidence. Letting go of past burdens frees mental energy, creating space for focus and clarity between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Deep voices attract attention because they project dominance, confidence, and subtle emotional control. A sharp sense of smell often accompanies a sharp mind, each cue processed faster and more thoroughly. Thinking, planning, and acting are sequential powers. Action solidifies the wisdom of thought into reality. We become what we habitually think. Focus sculpts character quietly, invisibly, persistently. Trying to please everyone often ends in loneliness. The mind craves authentic connection above approval. Jealousy is a reflection of care. It signals the presence of attachment, even if expressed uncomfortably. Concise speech often accompanies clarity of thought. Intelligence is sometimes economical with words. The mind obeys what it is instructed to focus on, subtly shaping behavior without conscious effort. Old experiences teach patience. Life's lessons often arrive through repetition, disguised as frustration. A firm handshake communicates quiet strength. It signals confidence without overt display. Early speech in children correlates with strong memory patterns, a reflection of accelerated cognitive development. Smiling recalibrates the body, energizes the mind, and protects against mental fatigue and emotional stress. The city of the blind teaches caution. Wisdom lies in knowing when to follow perception and when to trust intuition. Experience outweighs instinct. Listening to failure builds insight that the untested cannot perceive. Crying is strength, not weakness. It is the body releasing tension while building emotional resilience. Perspective shapes happiness. Those who see light in shadows choose joy, while others see only reality's harsh edges. Smiling at insult is subtle power. It communicates control over reaction and command of emotion. Sensitivity is strength. Emotional minds connect with subtle signals that others overlook, creating depth of understanding. Being ignored triggers physical responses in the brain. Social pain is real and profoundly impactful. Forgetfulness signals mental activity. An overactive mind processes information that may never be immediately recalled. Prolonged loneliness is as harmful as long-term physical vices, quietly corroding emotional and cognitive health. Overgiving love without reciprocity can lead to devaluation. The mind respects scarcity even in affection. Internal dialogue organizes thought, clarifies emotion, and builds confidence in quiet, invisible ways. Small gestures are amplified. How someone touches, holds, or moves conveys volumes without words. Walking in nature restores thought. Rhythm, light, and air synchronize the mind for better focus. Touch carries memory. Warmth and pressure imprint emotional resonance beyond conscious awareness. Pausing before responding is self-control. The space between stimulus and reaction is where wisdom emerges. Self-recognition is more durable than external validation. Internal awareness sustains mental health. Alone time is growth time. Solitude allows thought, reflection, and internal recalibration. Gratitude rewires perception. Noticing small blessings shifts the mind toward calm and contentment. Dreams are internal conversations. They reveal hidden desires, fears, and unprocessed emotions. Posture communicates silently. Upright shoulders signal confidence, slouched backs reflect tension. Eyes reveal truth. Fleeting expressions often say what words cannot convey. Friendship flows like rhythm. Effort and space must balance or connection fades. Regret is a quiet teacher. Reflection turns pain into foresight and emotional intelligence. Laughter communicates safety. It aligns brains, hearts, and moods silently. Silence often teaches more than speech. Observing quietly builds empathy and insight. Art resonates because it mirrors internal processes, emotions, and thought patterns. Scent triggers memory. Smells can resurrect forgotten moments with emotional clarity. Repeated thinking sculpts personality. Habitual reflection shapes identity over decades. Small acts of courage ripple outward, changing perception and experience in subtle ways. Conflict reveals mind structure. It teaches understanding of divergent thought processes. Self-reflection is empowerment. It allows observation, correction, and adjustment without panic. Forgiveness liberates. Letting go frees emotional energy for creation and connection. Intuition is subconscious wisdom. The mind processes signals before conscious reasoning acts. Kindness resonates quietly. It alters perception and builds unseen social bridges. Secrets weigh heavily. Honesty with self lightens the burden and restores focus. Patience cultivates insight. Waiting allows clarity and understanding to surface. Small decisions accumulate. They shape behavior, thought, and ultimately personality. Curiosity fuels intelligence. Every question primes the brain for growth. Listening more than speaking strengthens perception. Awareness is intelligence in action. Emotional honesty builds connection. The truth shared quietly resonates deeper than any performance. Grief is transformative. It reshapes perception, empathy, and resilience. Admiration reflects values. Who we notice mirrors the mind's priorities. Memory is selective. The brain stores what is meaningful, discarding what it deems irrelevant. Mindfulness enhances presence. Noticing details shifts focus from chaos to calm. Humor heals. Laughter releases tension and rebalances the mind. Body language communicates beyond words. Subtle cues convey emotion, intent, and thought. Forging strong boundaries protects mental energy and reinforces self-respect. Sleep is restorative not just physically, but cognitively and emotionally. Gratitude reduces stress. Noticing what you have shifts focus from scarcity to abundance. Trust builds slowly. Reliability and patience are invisible currencies in human relationships. Silence between words carries meaning. Listening often teaches more than speaking. Focusing on small wins energizes the mind. Micro-successes build momentum. Patience is strength disguised. Waiting for outcomes reveals character and emotional maturity. Hope persists quietly. Even in darkness, the mind finds ways to envision light. Thanks for watching.